Oh, she looks so uncomfortable. Oh no, I'm your local homo and I'm back with another reaction. Let's just jump straight into it.
Is this the craziest thing that you have ever done?
Is this the craziest thing I've ever done?
Yeah.
Most crazy things I've done have been with you, for sure.
That checks out because these two are just unhinged together. I mean, Shannon's pretty seems mellow, but then Fletcher is just like the toxic queen. But it's good to hear that she's undoing all those traits.
Well, hello, world.
Hello. Are you nervous? Are you excited? It's going to be fun.
Yeah, I'm feeling a lot of things.
I bet you are.
Let's talk about that.
Me too.
Yeah.
Well, how should we start this?
I know I have to.
I lost my mind when I first saw this come out. Lost it. I was just, oh my God. These two they seem to really dislike each other from all that stuff that happened with Becky and whatnot. So to see them come together gives me hope.
Should we take a deep breath?
Yeah, can we take a deep breath collectively?
Mm-hmm.
Look at her centering herself. We love this.
Okay. What is our intention here?
She seems very spiritual.
What is your intention? What's your intention? Why are we here?
What are your intentions?
Of us just being able to clear
The toxic side of me really wants them to get back together.
things and also clear the air and reconnect and share with people where we've been and just kind of deep dive into everything that's happened over the last couple of years.
Clear the air in front of millions of people.
Gulp. Real smooth, real simple.
Should be easy. Should be an easy task.
Should be easy.
We can really do it all right here.
I have a sage candle back here.
Oh my God.
I feel
Are
like
you
we
gonna
need
light
to.
it?
Yeah, I feel like we got to keep the vibes, the energy flowing.
You do it.
I can't with these types of lesbians. I love Fletcher. I think she's gorgeous, but I can't with the whole too spiritual crystal rock aura type of stuff. It's too much. Too much. Freaks me out.
Okay.
Yay.
Oh, she looks so uncomfortable. Oh no, not the high five. Not the high five.
I cannot believe we're doing this.
No.
I've been practicing this moment, but I never thought
Oh
I'd
my
see
God.
it again. No, but actually, it feels very crazy that
It
we
feels
are
very crazy.
sitting here doing this right now.
It's pretty crazy.
It's pretty crazy.
I feel anxious just watching them.
Yeah, you guys asked and we are actually delivering, which I'm sure they're like shocked, but also it's crazy. We have never like really sat down and talked like ever really online. Like
No,
people
and-
don't remember that our relationship was private.
Yeah, and then we only shared it really when we were
It actually was very private. I had nothing. I had no idea about it.
breaking up at the very end.
And still then we never like publicly talked about our relationship ever.
They just gaslit us the whole time.
We would go on Instagram lives like occasionally
Yeah.
every once in a while, but I feel like this is our first time sitting down having like an in-depth piece of content and having a conversation and people seeing us interact, which is so crazy because so much time has passed and so much has happened. We've lived like a million lives.
Literally so much has happened. Yeah, and it's the first time we're being honest because I feel like those other times, even when we do the Instagram lives, obviously we were honest, we were being ourselves, but it was like just like tiptoeing around the fact that everyone knew we were dating and we just were like,
Yeah.
my friend Carrie,
Gaslighting.
do that.
Well, why did we never say we were dating?
We were dating
for
You
4
want to keep it
years.
private?
That's a great question. Let's just jump right into it. I think it's funny. There's so many misconceptions about our relationship in general online, like 8 million misconceptions. And this is definitely one of them, is that people thought I wanted our relationship to be private because I had just gotten out of a really public relationship. But the reality of the situation is we talked about it together. It was like a decision we made together. But then during COVID, when we were quarantined together, as ex-girlfriends do.
So gay. Such lesbians.
Truly, something's not right there, but we did it.
Couple screws loose upstairs.
Why?
Truly
did we do
crazy. That was a crazy decision that we chose to quarantine
was
together
wild.
while we were broken
not
up
together? I think people don't believe it. It's like, but I'm like, no, we really were not together.
Well, because I was supposed to go on tour
yeah,
and we had broken up before I went on tour. And then the whole world shut down, and
it was our birthday.
And then I was like, let's just spend our birthdays together.
Well, no, because I had seen this before when I first watched it. The best thing about this was that we could actually hear it from their perspective and their relationship instead of us just creating the whole fantasies in our head. But them quarantining together, there's just something so heated and toxic about sex with your ex. You shouldn't do it, but we all do, and it just feels so much better than when you're together because they're the forbidden fruit.
And then we did, and then we ended up
the world
living together for like
in Florida
for like 6 months.
Yeah.
I don't know how they didn't get back together or rip each other's hair out.
That we're gonna get into that. But let's circle back to what happened was when we were quarantined together, we had been on and off and on and off and on and off a few times. And then we were quarantined together. And then we were like, how are we ever going to like, let the internet know like we're broken up because we never told them we were together? And then we were like, remember we were sitting on that hammock at E Rose's and I was like, we never revisited why we were keeping our relationship completely private. Like, should we talk about it? Remember that?
Well, I think it was, there was a lot of reasons there. I think it was the fact that you had come from such a public relationship, and then I think we wanted to just keep things between you and I and keep it for us. And yeah, I don't know. I think it was also just, there was like, it's overwhelming to have people like know about your personal life in that way. Yeah.
I don't know how they do it. I don't know. Kudos to them for dealing with all of that because I just want to crawl in a hole.
Yeah. Then we just went and fully put it all on blast.
Yep. 0 to 100.
The end, which just like followed us for like years.
Yeah, because we also gave no clarity about that either. It was just like, here you go, guys.
Oh gosh.
And yeah, weird decision making.
Very weird decision.
But beautiful art.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you regret
the sex tapes?
Yeah.
Hell no, I don't regret them.
Don't know about the sex tapes. I realize I don't give context enough in my
right. So I'm her ex-girlfriend.
This is my ex-girlfriend. She's
I'm a singer. My name.
Singer.
She is singer. She is multi-hyphenated lesbian.
She is singer. She is lesbian.
Oh, lesbian.
We make art.
Together. And so
it's so awkward, but I love it.
And I made an EP. I wrote an EP, and it was called The Sex Tapes. And
yes.
It was shot, all the music videos and creative and photos were all shot and directed by my ex.
It's quite the
Shannon
collaboration.
Beveridge. Lesbian. And yeah, we were quarantined together.
Lesbian.
And she shot all the music videos, and then we released them, and it was incredible. Like it's like one of my favorite projects. It was like my favorite project I've ever made, and we worked so well together. And it was but it was also really hard because I was performing these songs that I had written about us being on and off and on and off and on and off.
So painful.
Throughout our relationship.
Yeah, and I hadn't heard 2 of them.
Oof. And you hadn't heard 2 of them, and and those were like hard to play because it was about like at one point
other people.
when we were broken up and like hooking up with other people. Which was
I never want to know. I never want to have that conversation with an ex. Even with my friends afterwards, I don't want to know, especially freshly after who they've hooked up with and if they've been intimate and need to know basis. And that is not something that I need to know.
Which in retrospect is just like we went through so much with that, and I also just feel like I was just really immature. Like I felt like I was really, really immature and really energetically irresponsible.
Hang on a minute. She doesn't like that I'm giving my attention to you and not her.
Emotions with your emotions. Yeah, there's just like a lot. I don't have regret for that EP and us making that together, but
I don't have regret.
I will say the choice to like share it all was definitely a choice.
Choices
that I would maybe
made,
that I would like, as you know, the years have gone by, I would totally probably approach it differently.
We could have done that.
Oh, hindsight is a bitch.
Billy, the way we handled it with each other was, I don't think, that responsible. It was kind of like we went full like no contact basically when it came out almost, and then it was just like
our breakup, but it was like it It was a hard cold turkey. There was no celebration of that EP. There was no communication about it.
Cold turkey's hard, but the more breakups I've been through, the more you realize how good it is for you and not trying to keep that person in your life, because at the end of the day, the decision... Shush! The decision, like, at the end of the day, to cut them out of your life is so much better. Yeah, like, at the end of the day, the decision has been made to break up and not be a part of each other's lives in that aspect. So cold turkey is the best thing because the dynamics changed, and distance and time will help you realize that.
You were dating someone else.
Yeah. That was stressful. All of that was stressful. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, it was a lot, but it was like so fun. But it was wild. Like at the beginning, it started so positive, and it was like, okay, we have nothing to do. It's COVID.
Yeah,
like, what are we gonna do? Like, let's make these videos, and they got fun, and they were whatever. And it took like months. And then by like the last few videos, we were like falling apart at the seams.
Yeah,
like,
the feel video, the one that will literally never see the light of day.
All right, I think I'm going to call it here. I'm sorry, I got to to the toilet. This is going to be a multi-part series because these videos are so long. It's good to be back. Thanks for staying to the end. You've probably noticed that I've started something new on my channel, live streaming gaming. There are two sides to me, very gay and also a nerd who likes playing video games. So it's also a way for me to interact with you live, because obviously these are structured, whereas me playing video games, I can just chat to you while you message in the chat. So I'm hoping that picks up a bit more. So make sure you come check out my live gaming videos. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Much love. Say hi, Maisie. Bye-bye. She knows she's on camera. Look at her. Look. What? She turned her head straight back as soon as I pointed the camera back at me.